Today I'm going to share with you a recipe that I've been eating since I was small. In Africa, this is how a tuber of yam looks like. They're really huge and they come in different varieties. You can have some called pona, laribako and all that. So for this yam, we fry some like you do fries here, or you cut them into bigger pieces. So I'm going to use this yam and make two recipes. One will be fried yam, one will be boiled yam. So when you cut it open, this is how the inside looks like. So in peeling the yam, if you have a great potato peeler, that should work. This is how we peel the yam. And when we're growing up, each time they peel the yam, we kids picked up this, further peeled it, and made our own dish outside the house. And that's how a number of us learned how to cook. So for this, I'm going to peel, and after I'm done, I'll show you how to cut them up for fried yam and also for boiled yam. So as you can see, this is the tuber of yam. So if you want to plant the yam, they often use the head part of the yam, and it's already starting to germinate here. So if you cut off like a piece like this, oh, that doesn't look really good right now. It's getting bad. So what often happens is, oh my gosh, you didn't get a good deal with this yam. You will have to cut and take out the rotten part of the yam, and that will still be good for eating. So I'm cutting off the bad part of the yam here. So these are the problems you have when you buy yam sometimes. It looks very clean as a tuber, but when you cut open, some parts are bad, just like here. But this is the head of the yam. If you plant this in soil and water, it would grow into a whole plant. So I'll continue peeling this, and when I'm done, I'll cut them all up. After you peel the yam, then you cut it into sizable quantities. So it depends on what you want. Some people like their fried yams in different shapes. Some like them like the way they do it here. So for the yam, I'm going to divide it into half here. It looks clean. I'm going to be using parts of it for boiled yam. So for the fried yam, you can cut it a couple of ways. You can further divide this and cut them this way. This is how it's popularly cut and fried in street corners in Ghana, and put it in water here. So you can either do this here, and then if you see any growth here, you take it out. So you clean the yam as you get along. After peeling, you have to pay attention. But if you want them as fries, you can cut them into smaller pieces here and do them like the fries here, and they taste really great. I prefer my fried yam to the fries, potato fries. So you can thinly slice them. So I'm going to be cutting it like we do at home, in wedged form. And put it in the water. So since there are different sizes when it comes to frying, I'm going to be frying them as is. I'll fry the skinny ones first before the big ones. So this one I'll cut this way. I think this is enough for you guys for today. So after cutting, I'll put some salt. It's a generous amount of salt, and let it stand for a while before I fry the yam in heated oil. For the fried yam, I'm going to put my oil on fire here. I'm putting it on high. Then when it heats up, I'll lower it to medium high. This oil has been on fire for a while, and I'm testing to see if it's ready. Yeah, it is ready, since the bubbles are coming off the toothpick here. So I did cut my yam into smaller pieces and bigger pieces. So I'll try to fry the bigger pieces first. There's a lot of oil here. So when you're putting it in, you just have to be careful. You don't burn yourself. Try to see if I can do this in 2 batches here. The bigger ones first, then I do the smaller ones later. So after you put in the yam, it's a great idea to stir from time to time to get it very crunchy. So about 15 to 70 minutes of frying, you come out and constantly stirring, you come out with a very crunchy fried yam here. So I'm going to take it out. It's cooked right now. Put it in a tray with paper towels to absorb the excess oils. This is a very great meal. Then after that, I'll put in the second batch of the yam here. These are more like strips of it. And be careful when you're doing this because this oil is hot. You stir constantly too for this second batch until it's cooked. I'll be turning this off. The second batch of the fried yams is ready. Some strips here. It's really good. So I'll put this here to take out the excess oils here. So there you have the fried yams that will be eaten with the tomato salsa here. For the fried yam, there are many ways to eat it with a sauce. You can make a tomato stew to go with it, or you can make a tomato salsa to go with it as well. And that is the way they often do it in street corners. So for the tomatoes, I'm using some cherry tomatoes. You can use any variation of tomato that you want, but the tomatoes have to be very ripe. So this is what I'm using, but if you have any Roman, any variety of tomato, you can use it. So I cut these up and I'll be using a whole habanero pepper. So it's very easy. If you don't have this utensil, you can just chop it up very finely. So using this, I will grind this up. You can either grind it up coarsely or very smoothly. I'm going to grind it up coarsely here. I added about this quantity of the Himalayan salt into the tomato here, and I'm going to grind it up together with the whole piece of habanero pepper that I showed you until I get a very coarse texture. I prefer my salsa not too smooth. After grinding, I'll have to taste to make sure it's okay. It tastes really good. Then into that, I'll add a tablespoon of cut up onion. Onion is okay. And stir it all up. Then I'll set this aside. But the other ingredient that you can use to eat the fried yam is fried fish. It can be fried snapper, mackerel, or sardines. But for now, I'm not going to make any fried tilapia or mackerel or sardines. I have the canned sardines that I'm going to use for today's fried yam to go with the salsa. Fried yam in Ghana is sold almost everywhere, especially when it's during yam season. And sometimes they fry the yams with some ripe plantain. But for this, for the fried yam, you can eat it with fried fish as I initially indicated. But today we are going to be eating it with some canned sardines. Hopefully I'll be able to take out one or two here. There you go. And the spicy tomato salsa. This is a very spicy and tasty salsa here. Then you add some pieces of the fried yam. I'm going to take 2 of the skinny ones and about 3 of the big pieces of yam. And then there you have fried yam to go with your tomato salsa and some fish.